Every single day, ambitious people burn through their life savings trying to invent the next massive viral app. They enter a hyper-competitive arena where thousands of others are pitching the exact same dreams. But there is another path. Instead of chasing the exciting unknown, you could just buy an ugly, unglamorous business that already works, like a 15-year-old local laundromat. This compares the 5-year survival rate of startups to coin laundries. While tech ventures collapse, 95% of laundromats stand strong. The data reveals a stark reality. People always need to wash clothes. It's a proven, repeating model, insulated from technological trends and economic downturns. Real, predictable wealth usually hides in the exact places society actively ignores, the businesses nobody brags about at dinner parties. If we look at how wealth is actually built from the ground up, the first step is the sweat equity tier. These are business models that require very little upfront money, but demand a high tolerance for physical discomfort. Take commercial window washing. Operators secure highly lucrative annual contracts precisely because the work is terrifying and heavily stigmatized as blue-collar labor. The same logic applies to portable restroom rentals and pest control. No restaurant wants to risk a failed health inspection over a roach problem, so they sign automatic monthly maintenance contracts to keep the problem away. This dynamic creates what you could call a discomfort moat. The sheer ugliness of the task naturally repels ambitious competitors, leaving a massive, highly profitable vacuum for the few willing to step into it. The dirt and heights aren't obstacles to overcome. They are structural barriers that protect your profit margins from anyone unwilling to get their hands dirty. But you don't have to stay in the mud. The next rung up the ladder removes the physical labor entirely by monetizing pure space. Consider an independent ATM network. You drop a machine in a heavy traffic bar or market, and you earn a fee simply by providing cash right where people suddenly realize they need it. You solve an invisible problem. Vending machines monetize dead space. That empty corner in a gym or an office hallway generates $0 until you place a machine on top of it, turning idle geography into a 24-hour revenue source. If you scale that spatial logic up, you arrive at commercial parking lots. This is the ultimate execution of the model, extracting high monthly revenue from literally empty pavement. Compare these silent assets to a traditional retail store. There is no inventory to spoil, no customer service complaints to handle, and no daily anxiety about making a specific sales quota. You are simply taking a piece of geography and turning it into a recurring subscription. The wealth ladder scales even higher when you ignore the general public entirely and focus strictly on specialized business-to-business services. A traditional plumber charges a decent hourly rate, but a specialized commercial plumber who only services restaurant kitchens can charge massive premiums. When a commercial pipe bursts, the restaurant loses money by the minute. It is an immediate emergency. We see this exact dynamic in light manufacturing. Small factories generate millions of dollars annually just by producing a single, boring screw or plastic connector that massive corporations desperately need to keep their assembly lines running. When you solve a hyper-specific, highly urgent problem for a corporate client, you become completely irreplaceable. And irreplaceable businesses never have to compete on price. At the absolute peak of the wealth ladder, operators abandon the startup phase entirely. The most sophisticated players don't build businesses from scratch. They buy ones that already exist. A franchise fee buys a proven instruction manual. You are acquiring a system where the errors have already been corrected, allowing you to execute a finished model rather than discovering one from scratch. This chart illustrates the valuation math behind acquisitions. A business reliant on unpredictable, one-time sales might sell for 1 to 2 times its annual income, but a company with predictable, recurring revenue will command 3 to 5 times out. Institutional investors happily pay those higher multiples. Buying cash that is already flowing dramatically lowers the risk compared to betting that a brand new idea will suddenly take off. The quiet owners generating massive wealth today rarely had the original idea. They simply identified a machine that was already running, and they bought it. Every business on this list shares the same invisible backbone: recurring revenue. Think of it like this. You can sell a single popsicle and earn money one time. Or you can rent the entire popsicle cart to someone else and collect a check every single month without ever touching a product. That same invisible structure powers the laundromat machines. the independent ATM networks, and the automatic pest control contracts. The customer pays, leaves, and comes right back to pay again next month. The next time you evaluate a business idea, stop asking if it's innovative. Ask yourself one brutal question. Does this pay me once, or does it pay me every month? Financial freedom comes from the quiet, consistent rotation of an unglamorous wheel. While most people exhaust themselves chasing a mirage, the owners of these boring systems simply wait for the next month to begin.